So Chef Dan, in front of this plate, lots of new bacon, but why Panera focus on bacon? Why now?
Well, I mean, bacon is one of those things that if you like bacon, most people love bacon. And not everybody admits it. But we thought, well, if we're gonna clean up the menu, you can't ignore bacon. And yet, inside of the making of bacon, there were a lot of opportunities to just up the flavor, just infuse a little bit here and there to make it all the better.
Take us through the development process, because if I understand, it's been over a year to get to this point of clean bacon.
Right. Well, we literally stood in front of a big old belly of, pork belly and said, all right, let's just take this thing from the beginning, end to end. What do we want to do? Well, we're going to brine it. So if we're going to brine it, what do we do to the brine? Let's kind of amp that up. We tried different herbs, different spices, and we didn't want to cover up the flavor of the pork. I mean, when you eat bacon, you want to taste the pork, but at the same time, you want a back note of the herbs and a sort of a support of the seasoning. So the brining process was really critical, and then we moved into the smoking, that long, slow smoke cook where the applewood smoke just penetrates the bacon, and turns out we weren't giving it enough smoke. We needed to sort of up that a bit and really drive home that sweet smoky flavor that you get with a good crispy piece of bacon.
What makes it clean? What is the difference between this bacon and the bacon, let's say, I would have gotten maybe a month ago up in there?
Right. Well, so we took out the artificial preservatives, the nitrates and the nitrites. Now we went with a natural, naturally occurs in a lot of different vegetables. So we did a celery, an extraction of celery. It's actually, there's a lot of nitrate in celery, but when you eat a piece of celery, it's not all that concentrated. So we had to bring the concentration of the celery together, use that in the rub on the pork during the brining process, and that actually gives us a clean cure.
What's different about it? Is the texture different? Does it pull off of my egg sandwich when I bite it? What's different about it?
So we made it a little bit thicker, and we tried a whole range of thicknesses. And believe it or not, you can have bacon that's too thick. Because of the structure of the muscle, you actually need a certain amount of shortness in the muscle fiber to be able to bite through it. Otherwise, you drag it off your breakfast sandwich. The other thing was we had to change the way we handled bacon. We're keeping it warm so it stays nice and crispy, rather than putting it in the refrigerator and having it get all dead on you. So the eating experience of the bacon, so we talked about the flavor, the smoke, the cook, and now at Panera we also care for our bacon a little bit differently so that when you get it on your sandwich, it's got that clean, crisp snap to it.
What about the calorie count? Is there any difference in the calories between this and the prior bacon?
I mean, outside of a little bit of rounding, I'm not a nutritionalist, it's still bacon. We're not claiming anything that it's better. It's not worse, but we did get rid of the artificial preservative that was in there.
To your knowledge, is Panera the only one that has clean bacon? I mean, I think delis across the United States, a Starbucks, they don't have this type of bacon at all.
Right. Well, we're taking a very crafted angle to bacon, much like the small independents do, but as we know, there's no one at our size and scale caring for bacon the way we do.
Is there any changes like in the supply chain that this caused, when you switch to this type of bacon?
Actually, we were already using this quality of pork in all of our bacon. So, we were starting with great raw materials. We just changed the way we handled them through the process.
And lastly, is my breakfast sandwich going to cost more?
No. No, we were able to be smart about it, end to end, the way we looked at bacon. Pigs aren't square. So that belly had a lot of angles to it and things that were getting wasted. We're able to chop that up and use that on our salads. Same clean bacon, same smoke, same brine, and then get these nice perfect strips for your sandwiches.
We'll go look at everything. I can't wait to dig in here.